Who are the ones who taught the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. Who was their master? Who taught them everything that they knew? And don't just say the nickname, but I want the... So who taught the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo. Who taught the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ninjutsu, the art form of the ninja? Who taught them ninjutsu? How to be a ninja, ninjutsu. Who taught them their ninjutsu? The ancient ninja strongholds of Iga and Koka. I've also seen it Koga and Ika. Iga and Koka. So you have villages, you have these neighborhoods in Japan. This is the origins of ninjutsu. Where did the ninja come from? What's up with the ninja? You had the samurai who was part of the royalist army, but the ninja were the ones that came from the lower echelons because they were willing to do the high-end shit, you know, the Navy SEALs kind of shit. Not just a rank-and-file army man, but a Navy SEAL kind of. A lot of mystery and intrigue surround the legendary ninja of Japan, and Japanese ninja are also called shinobi, which is a shortened form of shinobi no mono, or those who act in stealth. This is from allabout-japan.com. The verb shinobu actually means to conceal oneself or to endure, and the combination of this root kanji with this other word meaning person creates this word, which is synonymous with shinobi no mono, but is read ninja. Now, ninja were assassins and mercenaries and experts of espionage who specialized in unconventional warfare. They were covert secret agents who did the jobs that were deemed too dishonorable for the elite samurai. The Sengoku period, roughly 467 to 1590. Most of the 1500s was the golden age of the ninja in Japan. So where did the ninjutsu, where did ninja, the ninjutsu, where did ninjutsu come from? 1500s Japan, with Iga in the Miya prefecture and the Koka and the Shiga prefecture, emerging as the bastions of 2 key schools of these shadow warriors. So, Iga and the Koka. Ika and the Koka. Maybe Ika and the Koka. I don't know. It's mostly spelled IGA, which is International Grocers Association. It's a grocer. The IGA ninja originated in the Ika province in the area around the towns of Iga and Ueno in the Miya prefecture. The Iga ninja trained in ninjutsu, the art of stealth, in the local mountains and forests, honing their secret art and skills over many centuries. These ninja were trained in the arts of disguise, escape, concealment, explosions, poison, unarmed combat, and a multitude of weaponry. The most famous of the Ika ninja was undoubtedly Hattori Hanzo. Oh wow, who saved the life of Tokugawa Ieyasu. Tokugawa Ieyasu. When Ieyasu became shogun in 1603, he employed the Ika ninja as guards for Endo Castle, now part of the Imperial Palace in Tokyo, as well as to supply him with intelligence like modern-day spies. You can discover many of the secrets of the Ika Ryu Ninja Museum in Ika City. It offers visitors a glimpse into the life of ninja and a peek at some of their skills. You can watch a live ninja show. Check out a real ninja house, complete with revolving walls. The Koka ninja in the Shiga prefecture, rivaling the Ika ninja, were the Koka clan in the Shika prefecture, the tribe. They should say tribes, not clans. So the Ika tribe and the Koka tribe. Although not as well known, they were said to have used both stealth and deception to mask their true size and power. The Koka region, the ninja tended to be rendered in English as Koga, while the region is Koka, was strategically important, situated on the ancient Tokaido Road, Tokaido Road, the main route from Kyoto to Indo, modern-day Tokyo. The Koka area was said to have been filled with hidden ninja villages deep in the mountains. You can explore one of the secret villages, enjoy the hidden world of ninja at the Koka Ninja Village. Like taking a step back into the golden age of ninja, the village contains an impressive display of ninja weaponry, historical artifacts, as well as a ninja house with trap doors, false walls, hidden rooms. There's also a shuriken dojo where you can try your hand at throwing the famous ninja throwing stars. Can you throw a ninja throwing star? Ninja Gaiden. When it comes to the ninja, my influence, what do I know about the ninja? I don't know. I got a couple ninja books. But I'm inspired by the ninja, and I'm inspired by what my imagination teaches me about the ninja. And what little bit we know about the ninja is already, got me hooked. I am hooked. And when I think about, growing up, I had Ninja Gaiden. I'm playing Ninja Gaiden. That's also when, Karate Kid came out. Karate Kid had just came out. And then the Three Ninjas. And then I'm playing Ninja Gaiden. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes out. Ninjas are all over the place. Ninjas are all over the place. Ninja Gaiden, that came out in 88, 89, 91. Ninja Gaiden, it was like one of the most popular, it was one of the coolest games. It was almost like, it was almost as cool as Contra. Wasn't Contra a badass game? Now this is all about the Jinpai War? No. This is all about the ninjutsu, kind of. This main thing is about Splinter. Splinter and Hatter Hamato Yoshi. Okay, who is Splinter's master? Hamato Yoshi. Master Yoshi. So, you got the four TMNT. You got Michelangelo, the jokester. Cowabunga, loves to play around, loves eating pizza. Hates anchovies on pizza. He's got the nunchucks. Donatello was the thoughtful one. He's got that big stick. Raphael was the temper, hot-headed one with the two sais. He had the sais, which are like two metal weapons, like stabbing weapons, which are only 2 feet long or so, but it had 3 points. And Leonardo was the leader, and he had 2 swords. Which really, how can you even compete with Leonardo and 2 swords? Nunchucks, 2 sais, a big stick. Give me the swords. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. The teamwork. I like everything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle related. I remember growing up and just having dirt claws to play with, but I remember going to Chad's house. Chad in Grant County, Kentucky. And Chad, I remember one time in gym class, we were all sitting on the gym floor, and he just ripped a real loud one, and then he claimed it. He was like, hell yeah, I did that one. But he had a shit ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle turtles, so it was interesting to see what... Okay, but compared to like the Power Rangers, I'll defend my love of Power Rangers. Pogs, maybe you'll get me on my generation's love of Pogs, but Power Rangers... Brightly colored action stars beating up terrible evil monsters. This is awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A bunch of, brothers essentially. A team getting, going out there beating up bad guys. What's not to love? This is great stuff. So the question that I was going to rope you in. This is the teaser. Who is Splinter's master? Hamato Yoshi. Hamato Yoshi. And you can check out both of them. The 87 cartoon and the 1990 movie. It's interesting how the origin story kind of developed and changed a little bit. And so you got, it's kind of crazy. And if you want to make the story intact. So I'm 8 years old. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie comes out in 1990. This is 3 years after the cartoon had come out. The cartoon had like 5 episodes. But I remember that April O'Neil, the reporter who kept on getting kidnapped, and then they had to go save April O'Neil, and they were cool, shouting cowabunga, and just, I I remember it was a great movie. I liked the cartoon better than I liked the movie, but the cartoon got weird. And then the originators, the people that actually come up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, aren't the ones that wrote the cartoon or the movies. They signed, the rights over to, but the person that actually wrote the cartoon, the TV series, 1987, he wrote for freaking 9 years. I think he left in the 9th season, so he would be the main author of most of the series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. So Danny was talking to Splinter, right? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. So this was live action, right? We went to cartoon to live action. Holy shit, right? You even had that Casey Jones with the hockey mask, with the Jason Hoskins, but now he was cool, right? Wearing and then beating up people with bats and hockey sticks and shit. So it was kind of dark. 1990, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. In the very beginning, you got our guy's Danny, right? That's the protagonist. He's like the every boy who gets caught up in the Foot Clan, and he's supposed to be this regular kid, but he gets caught up in the Foot Clan, and now he's stealing purses and shit. And they have this big fucking arena where they're just having fun with pinballs and skateboarding and just having all the fun in the world. So that was called the Foot Clan. So that's the tribe, that's the gang that Danny was a part of. Splinter has been kidnapped by the Foot Clan. Splinter is hanging up on the wall, and then Danny has a talking to with Splinter. And Splinter tells him about how he came up. Because Danny was saying, I don't have any family, I don't have anybody to support me. The Foot Clan's all I got. And that's when Splinter tells Danny about his ninjutsu master, Hamato Yoshi. In Japan, Splinter's master was Hamato Yoshi. We're set in America. So Splinter came from Japan, and he was going to come over to America with Hamato Yoshi. Splinter had learned ninjutsu from Hamato Yoshi. So over in Japan, and there's actually different stories about this, but one of the biggest stories was Hamato Yoshi was entrusted with stopping the Foot from ever returning. They wiped out the Foot, and they want to keep it wiped out once and for all. So he was the main guy. So he would have been the mother of John Connor in the Terminator. He was the one that's going to stop all the evil. It'd be like the Jedi to stop all the Sith, the evil Sith. And so Splinter learned ninjutsu from Hamato Yoshi. Remember that little mouse doing little kicks in the movie? And then guess what happened to Hamato Yoshi? He's going to get killed. He had a wife. They were going to move to America. But Hamato Yoshi had this jealous competitor in all things. In fighting, in love, in everything. This Yuriko Saki. He just couldn't. I guess he wanted the love of Hamato Yoshi. But he couldn't get the love of Hamato or of somebody. Because he just tried to keep on one-upping him. It's like, man, if I got to have ice cream, he's got to have ice cream with sprinkles. If I can run a mile in 5 minutes, he's got to run a mile in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. If I could jump 20 feet, he's got to jump 23 feet. So this Yuriko Saki, jealousy's a motherfucker. It might have been a good thing for the competition, but eventually it's going to turn deadly. Tang Shin, not only does Hamato Yoshi and Yuriko Saki, they have the same dojo and the same person that teaches them, the master. They have the same master. Yuriko Saki and Hamato Yoshi. The cartoon and the movies say two different stories, but they've kind of blended together for me. Hamato Yoshi is separate. They want to say that Splinter was Hamato Yoshi in the cartoon, which is, explains some of my confusion, because when I watched the movie, it's like, wait a second, that's not what the cartoon said. But that's because they, make it more sense and made it better. So not only did they have the same dojo and the same master that was teaching them, but then they had the same love interest, Tang Shin. They both loved the same woman. Oh my God. And then when Yuriko Saki had found out that Hamato Yoshi and Tang Shin We're going to go to America. Moving to America. Urokusaki couldn't handle that. He had set Hamato-yoshi up to bring shame upon him, and then he kills Hamato-yoshi, and he kills his wife, Tang Shin, and then he's waiting for him at his house when Hamato-yoshi comes back home. So his wife is already killed, but the killer is still in the house. Hamato-yoshi is killed by dishonorable means. One of the Turtles' allies was a hockey mask wearing vigilante Casey Jones, who beat down even low-level crooks with baseball bats and hockey sticks. Apparently, the original comic book was much, much darker. And again, I like the where the series took the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and not exactly these guys. I like how they started it out. Basically, they just wrote a comic book and borrowed a couple $1,000 and printed up a whole bunch of copies and sold, 3,000 copies. And then people wanted more. And then there was, episode 2. People wanted more of those. And then it just grew like fucking, like wildfire, like hotcakes. And, before they knew it, they were big time. And then they got too close to the sun. And their wings made of wax melted. And then they fell to the earth like Kid Icarus. So during the struggle, now you have Hamato-yoshi is being killed by Urokusaki. And like I said, Splinter was there. Splinter the rat, the mouse, was there when his master and his wife got murdered and killed during the commotion. Splinter's cage is knocked over and Splinter escapes. And then to avenge his fallen master, when Hamato-yoshi is killed, Splinter jumps up and scratches Urokusaki's face, biting and clawing him. And Urokusaki throws Splinter the rat to the ground and then leaves the house and leaves the apartment. Or no, he swings a knife and he slices Splinter the rat's ear. He cuts his ear slightly. So there's different dimensions. The cartoons goes to Dimension X, and it's got that weird brain, Krang, in his weird looking robot body. There's one version where Hamato-yoshi is tasked with making sure that the foot never returns. It's like Jesus Christ, right? Like in the Da Vinci Code, where the family is kept secret and hidden from the adoring yet prying, invading eyes and ears of the public. Because when evil returns, you're going to need the family of Jesus Christ to be safe. It's like the Jedi in Star Wars, Yoda and the other Jedis. They're trying to save, them to maintain goodness. You need to have these good warriors. Among other changes, the Turtles became wise-cracking jokers obsessed with pizza. The Shredder became a typical bumbling cartoon villain. Members of the Foot Clan were now robots, so parents wouldn't complain that the Turtles were too violent. And instead of damn, the Turtles shouted easily marketable catchphrases like Turtle Power and Cowabunga. Cowabunga. I never heard Cowabunga outside of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, awesome, tubular, Cowabunga! You know what? I think I like it now. Ninja Gaiden, 3 Ninjas, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. These are my early in life spirit animals. And if Hitler is so fucking smart, that's what motherfucking racists in Kentucky when I was young used to say too. Hitler's so smart. If he's so smart, how come he declared war on America? That was the Confederates' fucking mistakes too. You're smart, right? Super smart. Why did you declare war on America? Japan, why did you attack Pearl Harbor? Didn't really turn out good for you in the long run, did it? Hitler was fighting Great Britain. He was fighting Russia. And then Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. He's already got 2 fronts fighting Great Britain and Russia. It, just wasn't necessary for Germany to declare war against everybody. You fight your battles one at a time. And doesn't that make more sense? Just declare war against anybody and everybody? So Hitler had a war on 2 fronts. And then he, invaded or attacked America. Now he's surrounded all over in the entire world by enemies. Then Russia defeats him, and then America defeats him in D-Day, and then he takes the pistol in his mouth. Yeah, so Hitler was stupid as shit, dumb, and fucking suicidal. Fuck Hitler. But for people that want to say he's smart because he manipulated a bunch of fucking people, maybe, or maybe people are just dumb as shit, And it doesn't matter what the hell people are saying to people. As long as you're appealing to people, maybe nobody else was appealing to the people. And Hitler got in there before everybody else. Because in the 1987 TMNT cartoon, Splinter and Yoshi are the same person. He's a martial art instructor for the Foot Clan in Japan. He's also got a passion for the Renaissance art. Yoshi is framed by his rival, Orokusaki, for trying to murder their common dojo master. Unable to prove his innocence, expelled from the Foot Clan, Splinter moves to New York City, where he lives as a hermit in the sewers, befriends the rats. One day he comes across 4 baby turtles, which are accidentally dropped by a boy through a sewer grate. Splinter keeps them as pets, treats them like his children. When he finds the turtles near some broken barrels that are oozing glowing pink, later retconned to green chemical liquid, he tries to clean them with his bare hands. As a result, they are all affected by the leaking chemical, which is a mutagen. The mutagen combines the DNA of living beings who have been in contact. Thus, the turtles, being in a pet store with people touching them, turn into young humanoid turtles. Hamato Yoshi, however, having been in contact with sewer rats, becomes a humanoid rat. Although Master Splinter did get the chance to be human again in the episode Splinter No More, he realizes he prefers being with the turtles, and therefore he had no place as a human anymore. There were other ninja movies at the time, right? Karate Kid, The Three Ninjas, I already mentioned this. The Karate Kid has been remade, right? Now there's a ninja called Hamato. Apparently he's the most famous ninja of all time. This Hamato. Hattori Hanzo. So Hattori Hanzo is the most famous ninja of all time. He's a famous ninja of the Sengoku era who served the Tokugawa clan as a ninja, credited with saving the life of the Tokugawa Ieyasu and then helping him to become the ruler of United Japan. He is often a subject of varied portrayal in modern popular culture. Hanzo was known as an expert tactician and a master of sword fighting. Born the son of Hattori Yasunaga, a minor samurai in the service of the Matsudera, later Tokugawa clan. His birth name is Hattori Minsanori, and become da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so what? What's my point? Spying in Japan goes, back to Prince Shotoku, but according to the Shoninki, the first open usage of ninjutsu during a military campaign was in the Genpei War, when Minamoto no Kuro Yoshitsune chose warriors to serve as shinobi during the battle. This is during the Genpei War. So this is when the ninja began, around 1180 to 1185. That's interesting. The 1500s are the heyday, but they're beginning just right at around 1200. So they were around for 300 years. Took them 300 years to get to their heyday. What's up with them? Apparently they're not perfect, apparently, right? And why can't you combine some of the elements of the samurai and the ninja? The samurai used the ninja. They just acted like they were better than the ninja. But the ninja was actually more brave, more courageous, did the bigger missions that actually affected world history. So it was the ninja that the monarch or the president or the elected leadership of the Democratic Republic, that'd be the army I would want. An army of ninja marines. The manuscript that talked about the shinobi in the Genpei War, when Minamoto no Kuro Yoshitsune chose warriors to serve as shinobi, it said that during the Kinmu era, Kusanagi Masashi Shiji Kusanagi Masashi frequently used ninjutsu. According to footnotes in the manuscript, the Genpei War lasted 1180 to 1185, and the Kinmu Restoration occurred between 1333 and 1336. Ninjutsu was developed by the samurai of the Nanboku Cho period and further refined by groups of samurai, mainly from the Koko in the Iga province of Japan in later periods. Interesting. So they're saying that the ninja was actually developed by the samurai of the period of the Nanbokucho. So the ninjas were basically they didn't look down on the ninja. They just made themselves feel like they looked down on the ninja because they were sending them to more dangerous fucking shit. So just to assuage their fucking guilt, but they had to have admiration. How do you not have admiration for, oh no, like if, Iraq and Iran were having a war and, a ninja assassinated the leader of the other side, you kind of, really helped to bring about the end of that war, did you not? Compared to a lowly rank and file, army man. So the Kusanagi Masasin Shiji, he was born 1294 and he's going to die 1336 at about age 41. People did not live very long back then. But he's a Japanese samurai of the Kamakura period, remembered as the ideal of samurai loyalty. Okay. So the ideal of samurai loyalty was using the ninja. Throughout the history, the shinobi were assassins, scouts, spies, hired mostly by territorial lords known as daimyo, D-A-I-M-Y-O. Despite being able to assassinate in stealth, the primary role was as spies and scouts. Shinobi are mainly noted for their use of stealth and deception. They would use this to avoid direct confrontation if possible, which enabled them to escape large groups of opposition. Many different schools have taught their unique versions of ninjutsu. An example of these is the Togakuri Ryu, which claims to have been developed after a defeated samurai warrior called Daisuke. Togakuri escaped to the region of Ika. He later came into contact with the warrior monk Kain Doshi, who taught him a new way of viewing life and the means of survival, i.e. ninjutsu. So Kain Doshi. Oh man, we should probably have talked about Kain Doshi, huh? Who is Kain Doshi? We'll say something about him. Hattori Hanzo, but apparently is the most famous one. Hattori Hanzo, he went to lay siege to the Kakigawa Castle in 1569 against the Imagawa tribe. So the Kakigawa Castle is 1569. He also made a successful hostage rescue of the Tokugawa's family at the Kaminogo Castle, 1562. He served with distinction at the battles of Anegawa, 1570. This is Hattori Hanzo and Mika Tagahari in 1572. So he's just doing all these military actions, 1562, 1569, 1570, 1572. Genealogy of Major Takeda spy named Chikun. All right. So that's a little bit about Hattori Hanzo. Hattori Hanzo. Now, who is this Kain Doshi? Who in the hell is this damn Kain Doshi? The original fighting techniques came from a Chinese monk, Kain Doshi. So it's not even Japan's, it's China's. Kain Doshi. And watch Kain Doshi just be like one little tiny guy to like this big thing that he was just like the one that everybody, he was the Rick that ate poop. 1162, Daisuke wandered the mountains of southwest Honshu where he met Kain Doshi, a Chinese warrior monk. Daisuke renounced his Bushido code, and together the two developed a new theory of guerrilla warfare called ninjutsu. Daisuke's descendants created the first ninja Ryuer school. So, history's most notorious ninja. Where am I going with all this? Ultimately, it's all about love, baby. It's all about peace, love, freedom, It's just all about love, baby, It all comes down to that Genpai War. That Genpai War was, here's a battle. You had, battles from 1880 to 1885. The Battle of Kojima. The Battle of Awazu. Yashima Dan no Yura.